Welcome back, guys, to another round of the Binding of Isaac. It is Spaceman Spiffles here, and we are playing as Azazel. So, you know how there are a lot of synergistic type items that go with the tiny brimstone? Yeah, one of the things that I found is apoptosis. That's one of the really good items because you already have a short range, and apoptosis makes it makes like the further your tears go, the weaker it becomes. But since everything is so close, it becomes just max damage. Second thing is this. Oh ha ha! Ludovico. Did you know Ludovico is actually a technique that people use for aversion therapy? So, when I first got this item, I was like, wow, it's like kind of like a psychokinesis type ability. Psychokinesis is the ability to control things with your mind. But after doing some research, I realized it was actually a reference that was also made in The Clockwork Orange. So if you guys have ever seen that movie or read the book, the main character goes through aversion therapy, yeah. The person has to listen. No, the person has to keep their eyes open, and they have to watch like images that will make them disgusted, tired, etc., etc. And this is actually not as strong as I hoped. Maybe it's just because my damage is only 3 so far. Anyways, yeah, it keeps your eyes open, so as you look here at the person, he has nodes strapped to his head, and then his eyes are kept open like that. So really, doesn't really have much connection of psychokinesis and keeping his eyes open, but his eyes open does make his, I guess in this game the tears would be a lot larger. Anyways, sorry for not playing in a long time. It was exam week. In fact, I still have an essay to write, and I shouldn't be doing this. But because I was so mesmerized is captured to be, yeah, pretty much like hypnotized. Like, wow. I was taking a break, and suddenly I got this item. So I was like, hey, I have to record this. I mean, dog, this is some big stuff. So yeah, here I am, and we are just clearing rooms like a tiger, just like a knife cutting through butter, like a tiger. I can't make metaphors. Woo! That was scary. So we're going against Pin. I hate Pin. Why? Because Pin keeps popping up out of nowhere. I mean, you can't exactly dodge him. You just gotta move. Lucky us, we got to deal with the devil. Wow, Krampus at like 1, 2. This is a bit extreme. So hopefully we get the head, and then I think I would actually go for damage, because right now we don't have something coming out of our body. Offense. You know what they say, the best defense is a very powerful offense. If you don't let anyone else attack first, you don't have to worry about them attacking. Ain't that right? Ain't that right? Hey, beggar. Give me food. Take all my money. Ah, dude, exam weeks are stressful. It's not just because I have to take an exam, but also, come on. Because, I don't know, like, this is the first time where I sincerely care about my grades beyond what I would normally do. Before I would be like, just exams, whatever. But now it's like, grades really matter. And I guess it's just been hard. Hey, cool, it also cuts through poop, like butter. We didn't get to the item in this place yet. On this floor. And we got the inner eye, triple shot. That does nothing because we don't have any more tears. Neither does. Okay, now that's kind of cool. that is kind of cool. Anyways, yeah, it's like the first time I'm actually caring about my grades because there's a lot riding on me, on my, what I achieve. I know a lot of people say, like, pursue your passion. People who do well in school might not do well later on in life, but really, going to school, we live in a society where what you have as your credentials matters a lot. I'm gonna take the penny, so long, pretty ring. Your credentials matter quite a bit, especially if you are handling people that you don't know. Sure, they say connections are quite a, like, if you have a lot of connections, that's a huge plus for you. But most people don't have connections, or if you ever want to do something outside of what your connections have, you kind of got to build it up yourself. And if you don't do well in school, that does kind of reflect a lot on your personality. It's like, you don't think it's worth your time. Leo! Yay, we got Stompy. Now we can crush poop like an elephant. Did you know that dung beetles flourish and depend on elephant poop? These are so large and nutritious. And dung beetles also use elephant poop as like their home, mating grounds. A lot of stuff, good stuff. Anyways, back to the grades. Like, from what I've been gathering recently, I mean, like, if you can't even get your homework done or push yourself to do homework, how can you push yourself to do anything else? I mean, all you're doing is just spending some time when you already are mostly free learning something that you would never have figured out by yourself. Come on. Get out of there. Come off of it. Woo! And like later on, you're gonna have to go through a lot of hardships. If you can't get your homework done or get good grades, you're screwed. So yeah, I realized I was screwed, so I really wanted to put more of my focus in schoolwork instead of doing what I wanted. Yeah. Oh well. Life ain't easy. Oh, that was so stupid. Oh yeah, I actually don't have to blow up rocks, I can just walk over them. We haven't used the head yet, because we're still too powerful. Like, I could have used my head over there. Not on these guys. These guys are really not worth it. So, what have you guys been up to? It's almost December. Oh yeah, so something in my school that seems like one of the topic of choice is sensitivity and privilege. I'm not entirely sure if I should be talking about it on this, because I don't exactly have the most developed perspective on this topic. But I really don't feel like college kids or kids in school should be advocating for really anything. They're the kids who have the most time, good for them, but they're also the most passionate and reckless. They do things that make no sense. We're the generation who runs away from family issues. Of course not the two of farts. Like family scare, etc., etc. What's this? Trail of Tears. Okay, cool. My tears do damage. So yeah, there's a lot of talk about privilege in my school. I understand that people want to spread the awareness that there is a huge wealth gap in the United States, but what can kids do about it? Most of the kids advocating aren't even working full time, and they aren't exactly independent. Some of them are. Good for them. Oh, scared me out that was. Whew, used it at the wrong time. Yay, we got a heart. Where was I? Yeah. People have different starting levels, so what exactly do you want the kids who have a higher level to do? Do you want them to be like, oh, I'm so sorry, it's all my parents' fault. Ah, darn it. I was born into this, and now I have to suffer from being alienated by these people who were not as lucky as I was. I want to compare it to like being your looks. If you look good, are we gonna start criticizing people for being a good-looking privilege? It's just out of range for anyone to do. So yeah, I hope you guys are listening and then develop your own perspective on this. It's a pretty big topic right now, and oh, that was so silly. Oh, now my tears do nothing. My ring of death is now like a ring of woooh. Oh, that's silly. It's a ring of happiness! I think I just messed myself over. Yeah. I doomed myself so much for this game. Ah. Hey, we're already at mom, and it's only 10 minutes. Boom! I have got to practice with Krampus's head. We're not doing squat to mom. Or anyone else in this room. So, I had a moment where I really wanted to prove myself that, oops, wasn't paying attention. I actually don't have earphones in, because I don't like the sound of it like that. This is actually so horrible. It's doing no damage. I had a moment where I wanted to prove myself, so I got a few jobs myself. And then, so where it comes from, our minimum wage is about 50 cents per hour. 50 cents per hour. And then people blame me for not working as a kid, even though their minimum wages were $7, $8, $15. Kinda sucks. Like, that's just the place that I was born into. And I should stop taking it out. So like my goal right now is actually to kill Isaac, but I don't think it's even remotely possible. What's this? Judas' shadow. Yeah, so I think I'm actually gonna end it really soon because this run, I should never have picked up the soy milk, because it takes forever to kill people. And yeah. So much for this amazing run. I mean, yeah, I got Ludovico technique, but ended up wasting it. Even got Krampus's head. Look at that! Look at that! Does nothing. Anyways, I'm sorry for ranting, but I hope you guys get something, information, learn something out of it, take something from this. I mean, yeah, college kids are passionate about what happens to them, what happens to their friends, such a strong sense of camaraderie. But if you're just gonna end up hurting people, that's pathetic. And by hurting, I don't mean like physically, but when you keep telling this to some people who have no control over how their life is, how their parents just raise them like this, giving them money or so and so, it kind of hurts. Some kids are meant to grow up faster than others. Doesn't mean any of them are better than the rest, even though one of them works and is more independent. Really, from my perspective, it's more of a cry saying, it sucks that I'm more independent. I wish I were a kid more. Actually, nah. I think you just need to get the head out of their butts. Just because they're working doesn't make them any better than people who aren't working. Yep, okay. Well, anyways, see you guys next time. Sorry for the short video. Hope you guys learned a lot and got on your... have a lot more to think about right now. See you guys next time. Bye! Good. I look so ugly. Ah!